Today we'll be going through IGCSE Cambridge Mathematics Paper 4 Extended 058041 May June 2020. Question number 1. In 2018, Gertal earned this much dollars. She paid tax of 24% on these earnings. Work out the amount she paid in tax in 2018. So 24% of this amount, 32000, and this will be equal to 24% of 32000 will be equal to 7680. So 7680 will be our answer to this question. Then part 2, in 2019 her earnings increased by 7%. Work out her earnings in this one. So 7% increase mean 107%. We can calculate directly for this amount, and this was 32000, and this will be equal to, we can calculate 107%, 107, and this will be 34240. So 34240 will be our answer for this part. Then she invests this much amount at 2% per year compound interest and for a duration of 3 years. So we have to calculate value of her investment. So amount will be equal to principal amount, which is 5000, into 1 plus rate is 2%, and raised to the power duration, which is 3 years, and we can calculate this 5000 into 1 plus 2 over 100 and raised to the power 3. This will be resulting to 5306.04. so this will be 5306.04 will be our answer at proper location. This will be this one. 1 month she spent a total of this much on presents. She spent 1/5 of this total on presents of her parents, and 2/3 remaining money on presents for her friends. So spend the rest of the money on presents for her sister. So calculate the percentage of 360s that she spent on presents to her sister. So for this question, we'll have to go through basically the wording very carefully. This is the total amount, 1/5 of the total on her parents. So 1/5 of 360 for her parents. So parents will be this one, and this one will be equal to 360 divided by 5 will be equal to 72. So $72 she spent on parents. She spent 2/3 of the remaining money. So remaining money, we'll check remaining amount. Remaining amount will be equal to 360 minus 72, and we will calculate this. So 360 minus answer will be equal to 288. Now this 288 is the remaining amount, and 2/3 of the remaining amount. So 2/3 of the remaining amount mean 288 will be equal to, we can calculate this, 288 and multiply by 2/3, and this will be equal to 192. So $192 is for her friends. So this is friends, and then she spent the rest of the money on presents for her sister. So for sister, she has already spent this much, and this much she has already spent. So this will be remaining amount we can check for, like for example 288 minus 192 will be equal to, this is 288 minus 192 will be equal to 96. So $96 is the remaining amount. She spent the rest of the money on presents to her sister. So this is basically for sister. And then calculate the percentage of 360 that she given. So 96 over 360 into 100, this will be the percentage for this one. So we can write here percentage, and this will be 96 divided by 360 multiplied by 100. This will be equal to 26.66 percentage. So we can write 26.7%. This will be the rounded answer for this question. Now they are saying in part D, Arjun earned this much in 2019. This was an increase of 9% on his earning in 2018. So 109% of X amount, which we don't know, and this is equal to 36515, and we have to find the earnings. So X we will find 36515, and this will be multiplied by 100 and divided by 109, and we can calculate this. This will be 36515 and divided by 109, and this will be multiplied by 100, and this will be equal to 33 and 500. So 33500 will be our answer. Then Arjun and Jartal each pay rent. So in 2018 the ratio of the amount she paid in rent was this ratio. This is 5:7. In 2019 the ratio of amount each paid in rent was this ratio. This is 9:13. Arjun paid the same amount of rent in both 2018 and 19. Jared paid $290 more rent in 2019 that she paid in 2018. Work out the amount that Arjun paid in rent in 2019. For this question, what we can do, we can write the ratios provided, like for example this one and this one are the ratios for 2018 and 19. So we can convert, for example, for 2018 ratio is 7/5. This will be ratio, and 2019 ratio will be 13/9. And difference of ratios will be equal to 13/9 minus 7/5, and we know this is for Arjun, and this is for Arjun will be equal to 290. Difference is 290, so this will be for Arjun, this will be equal to 290 divided by this much, 13/9 minus 7/5, and if we calculate this one, so this will be 290 divided by, fraction will be 13/9 minus this one will be 7/5, and this will be equal to 6525. This is equal to 6525. So 6525 will be our answer over here. This is done. Question number 2. The heights h meters of the 120 boys in an athletics club are recorded. The table shows information about the heights of the boys. These are the heights, and this one. Write down the model class. Model class will be having the maximum number, which is this one. So this is model class 1.5 and 1.6. This will be the model class. Then second part, calculate the estimate of the mean height. So for mean height, we will be calculating the mid of these ranges. So 1.3 plus 1.4 and divided by 2 will be equal to 1.35. So mid of these two is 1.35. Similarly, we can calculate this mid of this one will be 1.45. This will be 1.55. This will be 1.65. This will be 1.75. This one will be 1.85. And these will be basically the midpoints of these ranges. Now we'll have to multiply this with this, and we will write 1.35 multiplied by 7 plus 1.45 multiplied by 18, 1.55 multiplied by 30, and plus 1.65 multiplied by 24 plus 1.75 multiplied by 27, and last one is 1.85 multiplied by 14 and whole divided by this one 120. So 120 boys. Basically we are using formula sigma fx over sigma f. This is the formula which we are using, and this one now we can use calculator to solve this. So this will be 1.35 multiplied by 7, and this will be equal to basically we can calculate in one go. We can take risk of that one. So 1.35 into 7, we'll have to do carefully, otherwise it will be problem. 1.45 into 8, not 8, 18, sorry, this one, and plus this will be 1.55 into 30, and plus next will be 1.65 into 24, and next will be 1.75 into 27, and plus 1.85 into 14 and divided by 120, and this will be equal to 1.623. So we can write 1.62 as rounded answer. One boy is chosen at random from the club. Find the probability that this boy has a height greater than 1.8. Greater than 1.8 meters will be this one, greater than, so it will be 14 out of 120. So 14 out of 120 will be the probability. Three boys are chosen at random from the club. Calculate the probability that one of the boys has a height greater than 1.5 and the other two boys have each have a height of 1.4 or less. So for this question, this is basically a tricky question, and it's first there are three boys. One boy can be first one, second one, or third one, but this is 1.8 greater than 1.8. Greater than 1.8 is 14, so we can write down for that one 14 over 120. This will be probability for more than 1.8, and less than 1.4 is this probability, which is 7. So multiply by 7 over remaining boys will be not 120. Now this is 1 gone, so this will be 119, and the second will be also from this range, which will be 6 over 118 because one more less. So further less, so this is like this one, and keep in mind that this boy can be at second position, can third position, this one can be this one. So there will be three combinations of the same, three shufflings of the same. So this will be resulting into, we can check, this one is 14 over 120 into 7 over 119 and multiply by 6 and divided by, basically this will be 6 over 118 and this will be equal to this one, which is basically we are doing some mistake we have done. This is 127 over 19 into 6, and this will be resulting into basically we can write the fraction. It's not mistake, just we'll have to write this fraction. If we'll change to decimal, it will be giving this, but we no need to change into decimal. This will be the fraction which we have written over here, 1 over 20060. This will be our answer. We'll keep in fraction format. So 21 over 20060 will be our final answer. C part, use the frequency table on page 4. So frequency table, we will be using this one. This is page number 4. So this is the frequency table which we have to use, and we have to complete the cumulative frequency table. So for this range it is 7. This will be 7 plus 18 will be 25. Now 25 plus 30 will be 55, and 55 plus 24, so 55 plus 24 will be 79 over here, and 79 plus 27, so 79 plus 27 will be giving us 106. So this will be 106. So 106 plus 14 will be 120. So 57, 79, 106 and 120 will be the values which we will calculate for this table. Now on the grid, draw a cumulative frequency diagram to show the information. So up to this one, 1.4, this is 7. So 7 will be 2, 4, 6, and 7 will be up to this middle point, and then next is 25, basically 1.6. 1.6 is no 1.5. 1.5 is 25. So this is 20, and 25 will be in the middle, and then 1.6 is 55. So this is 50, and 5 will be over here, and we can put circles like this one to show our points, or we can put a cross like this, so as you like. So I'll move the page. Okay, these are the points, basically 3 points I have drawn so far. So 1, 2, 3. Now this one is 1.7 and 79. 1.7 and 79. This is 780, and 79 will be one less there. So this one, then 1.8 is 106. So 100 is over here. So 102, 4, and 6 will be this point. Then 109 will be 120, and 120 is basically this point. Now we have to draw the cumulative frequency basically curve. You have to draw this one, draw cumulative frequency diagram. And cumulative frequency, to draw cumulative frequency diagram, we will be starting from here, and we'll be curving like basically we will be curving like this one. So we'll have to try to get a smoother curve with single line, and it should be like this one. And we have to rotate. You can rotate the page according to your convenience, and this one we will be turning like this one. So this will be the cumulative diagram which we have drawn, hopefully. So you will have to practice for drawing a smoother curve like this one. There should not be double line, and everything should be fine. Now they're saying use your diagram to find the estimate of the median height. So median height will be, basically we have to find the median height. Median will be 60 up to this one, we can check the reference basically from here. So this will be over here, and from here we have taken this 60 marks, so this will be 1.61, 1.62, so we can write here 1.62. Then the 40th percentile, so 40th percentile we can calculate. Basically 40th percentile will be of 120 will be equal to, so 40 over 100 into 120, we'll have to add a multiplication sign, and this will be equal to 48. So 48, we'll check the reference. So 50 is this one, so 48 will be this mark, and from here we can check the, basically we can check the reference, and this will be 48 reference, and from here we can take the reference like this one, and this will be 1.51, 1.52, 1.53, 1.5. So this is 1.55, 1.56, 1.57, 1.58. So this is 1.58, this reference. So our answer will be 1.58. Hopefully you got this. Now question number 3, s is equal to ut plus half at square. Equation of motion is given. Basically find the value of this. So we have to substitute these values. So s is equal to, u will be 5.2 and t will be 7 plus 1 by 2 into a will be 1.6 and t square will be 7 squared. And we can use calculator for simplification. So this will be in brackets 5.2 into 7, and plus will be, plus we can write 0.5 into 1.6 and 7 squared also, and this will be a multiplication symbol missing, so this will be equal to 75.6. So 75.6 will be our answer over here. We have to simplify the like terms. We can simplify this as a, 3a minus a will be 2a, and 5b plus 2b will be minus 3b. So our final answer will be 2a minus 3b. And this one we have to simplify. So 5 ones are 5, 5 fours are 20, and 3 will be cancelled with this one. This will be 3, and x will also be cancelled. So this will be 3 by 4 will be our answer, and 3 by 4 means we can write fraction, not an issue. So 3 by 4. Then solve this. Basically algebraic equation is provided, so we can cross multiply. So this will be minus 3x is equal to 15. So x is equal to 15 over minus 3, which is equal to minus 5. So answer will be minus 5. And for this one we can send 4 to other side. So 5 minus 3x is equal to 23 over 4. Then we can shift this to this side and this one to this side. So 5 minus 23 over 4 is equal to 3x. So we can simplify this. 5 minus 23 over 4, this will be equal to minus 3 by 4. So minus 3 by 4 is equal to 3x. So this implies x will be equal to minus 3 over 4 over 3, and we can find this one. So fraction, again fraction, this will be minus 3 over 4 and over will be 3, and this will be equal to minus 1 over 4. So our answer will be minus 1 by 4. Hopefully you understood this. D part we have to simplify. This is indices question. So 27 we can separately take the power, and x raised to power 9 into 2 by 3. So this will be 3 3s are 9. So this we can calculate with the help of calculator. 27 raised to the power 2 over 3, and this will be basically 9, so this is equal to 9, and x raised to the power 3 into 2 will be 6, so 9 x raised to the power 6 will be our answer. Then expand and simplify this into this will be 6x squared, 3x plus multiplied by plus y will be plus 3xy, then minus y will be multiplied minus 10xy, and this will be multiplied by this, it will be minus 5y squared. Now we can simplify in like terms, we can add, so 6x squared, and this will be minus 7xy and minus 5y squared. This will be our final answer, 6x squared minus 7xy minus 5y squared. This is done. Transformation question number 4. Draw the image of a triangle T after a reflection in the line y is equal to minus 1. So this is basically y is equal to minus 1 line. We can show this one. So this is y is equal to minus 1, and image of T is this triangle. So this point is 1, 2 units from this line, so 1, 2 units this point, and this will be over here, and this will be 2 units from this point, so 1 and 2, and these are the 3 points for the triangle, and we can join these 3 points to get the triangle. Now this will be the triangle which we have drawn like this. So this will be a reflection of this in the line y is equal to minus 1. Draw the image of triangle T after a rotation through 90-degree clockwise about 0, 0. So for this one we can use tracing paper basically, and we have to draw the image of triangle T after rotation through 90-degree clockwise about 0, 0. So triangle T, we will be tracing that one. So this will be triangle T, which we have roughly traced like this, and then the coordinate axis also we will be tracing. This will be like roughly, we will be just checking. Now about origin and 90-degree clockwise, this will be clockwise and 90-degree over here. So this will be new location, and we can put dots over here, and this will be our new location. One dot will be here, then here and here, and we can double check this is correct. So this will be basically 1, 2, 3 units, 1, 2, 3 units. Yeah. So now we can draw this. This is 90-degree clockwise about origin, and this one is basically done. So this is after rotation. Then in part C, describe fully the single transformation that maps T onto A. So single transformation that maps T onto A. T onto A. So this is basically same thing, just moved the location. This is just translation. So how many units we can check this vertex? So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units right, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 units down. So 5 units right and 6 units down. 6 will be minus, and this one. So we can write here translation, and this will be the translation vector which we can show. This will be for 2 marks. Now question number 5 is Venn diagram question. X is an integer, and this is a universal set from 41 to 50, all are included. So if we want to write, it will be 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, and 50 also included. So equal to sign, it means 41 and 50 both are included. x such that A is a set such that x is an odd number. So odd numbers are like, for example, these are odd numbers, and B is containing multiples of 3, and odd numbers and multiple of 3 will be in this one, and C is prime numbers. So odd numbers and multiple of 3 and prime number. Basically, there is no number which is odd number and multiple of 3 also and is prime number also. So this portion will remain empty. Now we can check what are the numbers which are odd number and are multiple of 3. So odd number which is multiple of 3 is basically 45 and nothing else. So 45 we can mention over here, and then we can check, for example, odd numbers and which are prime numbers as well. So 41 is odd number and prime number as well, so we'll write 41 over here, and 43 is also prime number and odd number, so we can write 43 also over here, and 47 is also prime number and odd number, so we are writing here. Then we will be checking for the multiple of 3 and prime number. So there is no multiple of 3 which is also prime number, so this will also remain blank. Now this is like remaining, we can check odd numbers. We are done with 41. 42 is even number, so we can check for 47 is done, 49 is there, so 49 we can mention on this region. And then comes to, these are basically B is multiples are basically multiple of 3 is 42, so we can mention here 42. And what else is 48 is also multiple of 3, so we can write here 48. So after that we are remaining with this section which is prime numbers, so we will be checking for the remaining parts. So there is now only the even numbers are left. So what are the even numbers? 46 is left, 48 is already gone, so 44 is also left, and 50 is also left. So these numbers we can mention over here. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. So we have mentioned all the numbers, so this is done. List the elements of A intersection C. So A intersection C will be these 3 numbers, and we can write over here in the list format. So 41, 43 and 47. And B union C complement. B union C is basically this one, and complement will be excluding this. Excluding this will be 49 and these 3 numbers. So we can write here 44, 46, 49 and 50. These will be the numbers for this one. Then find n of numbers, how many members will be in this one. A intersection B, A intersection B intersection C. So in this one we can see this is empty, so 0 members. So they are asking for how many members? So 0 members. So we are saying there is no member in this one, so the n of this will be 0. Question number 6. Rahim makes baskets and mats. Each week he makes X baskets and Y mats. He makes fewer than 10 mats. The number of mats he makes is greater than or equal to the number of baskets he makes. One of the inequalities that shows this information is X is less than 10. Write on the other inequality. So the number of mats he makes is greater than equal to the number of baskets, so it will be Y is greater than equal to x, this will be the inequality. He takes 2 whole 1/4 hours to make a basket and 1 whole 1/2 hours to make a mat. So each week he works for a maximum of this many hours. Show that this is equal to this. We have to show this inequality. So this information basically we can put into an equation. So 2 whole 1/4, this is basket, so this into x, and plus 1 whole 1/2, this one is basically y is less than equal to 22.5. This is the information. This x into this y plus this y is less than equal to this one. Now we need 3 here, so we have to multiply this with some number to get 3. So we'll multiply the whole equation by 4 by 3, and we will get basically, we will multiply this one 2 whole 1/4, and this will be multiplied by 4 over 3, and we will get 3. So this will be 3x plus, now 1 whole 1/2 will be over here, so this will be 1 whole 1/2 multiplied by 4 by 3 will be equal to 2. So this will be 2y is less than equal to, we can multiply this 22.5, it means this will be 22.5, this will be equal to 30. So this will be less than equal to 30. This will be the required equation. Hopefully you understood this. Then on the grid, draw 3 straight lines and shade the unwanted region to show these inequalities. So these inequalities we have to show on this one. So the inequalities basically I will copy here. These are the inequalities. One is y is less than 10, and the second is y is greater than equal to x, and third one is 3x plus 2y is less than equal to 30. These are basically the 3 inequalities which we have taken from here, 1, 2 and 3, and this one I have written so that we will not be referring this page again and again. Now we will be drawing this one. So first one is y is less than 10. So less than 10 will be broken line, and this is y is equal to 10. So we can draw dotted line or broken line like this one, and we can show the dotted line over here. Hopefully you are understanding each and everything. And next is y is greater than equal to x. So y is equal to x will be 1 1 2 2 3 3, like for example this will be 7 7, and even we can turn the page so that you can see properly and we can draw properly also. So this will be the line, and we can draw this line and extend this further up to the graph provided, and this is basically the line up to this one. And now this is solid line. Why? Because this is equal to also involved in this. Now this one is 3x plus 2y is equal to greater than equal to 30. So if we replace x is equal to 0, y will be equal to basically 15. So 0 and 15. So 0 and 15 will be this point, and if we replace basically y is equal to 0, so x will be equal to 10. So 10 and 0 will be this point, 10 and 0. So we'll have to join these 2 points which we have indicated. So I'll turn the page and we will try to join this. Hopefully you can see this, and this will be like this one. So we can draw this line and this should be basically the solid line because this is less than equal to involved in this. So a little basically variation in drawing because of scale is basically ruler is smaller, but we can rectify this from here. We can basically rectify. So hopefully now this is correct. So this is done. This is solid line we have drawn this basically. This is done. Now we have to basically shade this unwanted region. Shade the unwanted region. So x is less than y is less than 10 is required. So more than 10 we will be shading. So we will be shading this whole part will be shaded one. So we can shade this whole region like this. And then y is greater than equal to x. Greater than equal to x is required. So this region greater than equal to is required. So we can shade this unwanted region. This is all unwanted region. We can shade this. Then this is the line which is less than equal to 30 is wanted. So we have to shade the greater than value for that. So greater than values we will be shading. So for that one we can shade basically this portion, and this portion will be we can check basically this equation, and this equation we can write in y is equal to mx plus c format, and we can write 2y is less than equal to minus 3x plus 30, and we shifted this 3x to other side, and y is less than equal to minus 3x 3 by 2x plus 15. So the same equation we can write in this format as well. And so this is basically the line which is which we have already drawn. So for this shading you will have to be careful because these are the two regions. You can be confused that maybe this is the region, but this inequality is showing that y is less than equal to this one is the required region, and you have to shade the upper portion. So upper portion will be this one, so we'll shade this, and the remaining R region is basically this one. So R region for this one we can solve D part, which is saying he makes $40 profit on each basket, which we have taken as X, and 28 profit on each mat, which we have taken as Y. So our equation will be, and we have to calculate the maximum profit for the week. So 4x not 4x, 40x basically, this is 40x, and plus 28y. So we have to check for this. So for these points we can check maximum answer we should get for this. So if we check, for example, this point or this point or any other point, even this point, you will be getting lesser answer than this point, which is 4 and 9. So this is the point which is having coordinates 4 and 9, and if we check for 4 and 9, this will be 40 into 4 plus 28 into 9, and this will be the profit. And if we calculate this, 40 into 4 plus 28 into 9, and this will be resulting to $412. So $412 will be the maximum answer. So if you can even check for this region also, this one from here, because this is outside, so this will also be resulting the lesser answer. So within this region you can take any point like this one, or you feel that this is having more, so you can take this the coordinates of this point and replace in this equation and check. You will be getting lesser than 412 answer. So this is done. Now question number 7 is bearing question. A, B, C are provided in this diagram is not to scale. The diagram shows the positions of 3 points A, B, C in the field. Show that B, C is BC, this one is 118.1. This is what we have to show. So correct to one decimal place. So BC is basically, so we can use the cosine rule, which is BC square is equal to AB square plus BAC squared minus 2 into AB into AC into cos of 72 degrees, cos of this A. Now we can replace the values. AB is 80, so 80 square plus AC will be 115 squared minus 2 into 80 into 115 and cos of 72 degrees. And to change this into BC, we can take root of this one in this step and we can find answer for this one. So this will be root of 80 squared plus 115 squared minus 2 into 80 into 115 and cos of 72 degrees. And so cos of 72 degrees, and this will be equal to 118.06. so this is equal to 118 basically, so this is 118.06. so which is 118.1 approximately equal to 118.1. Calculate the angle ABC. So ABC is this angle which is required. Now this over this will be equal to this over this. So sine rule we can apply. So 118.1. We'll move page over here. So 118 over 1 divided by sine of 72 degrees will be equal to 115 over sine of B. So we can calculate this sine of B will be equal to 115 into sine of 72 degrees and divided by 118.1. and now we can write B, basically angle B will be equal to sine inverse of 115 into sine of 72 degrees and divided by 118.1, and this value we can calculate. This will be sine inverse of fraction, which is 115 into sine of 72 and divided by 118.1, and this will be resulting to 67.8. so 67.83, so we can write 67.8 as our answer. C part, the bearing of C from A is 147. Bearing of C from A, this one is 147. So starting from this point to this point is 147 degrees. Find the bearing of A from B. Bearing of A from B we have to find, and bearing of A from B we will be taking north over here, so this will be north. So bearing of A from B we will be checking for this complete angle, and we can check this angle. So we can basically extend this line AB. We can extend, for your understanding I'm extending this with the dotted line. So we can extend this line, and this one will be 180, this will be 180, and this up to this one is same as this one. This is parallel, north or parallel, so this much will be 147 minus 72. So 147 minus 72 will be equal to 75. So this angle is 75 degrees. So 180 degrees plus 75 degrees. So this will be answer over here, 180 plus 75 degrees, and this will be equal to 180 plus 75 is equal to 255. So answer will be 255 degrees. B from C. So bearing of B from C. So this one also from C. So we will draw our north over here. So we can draw north like this one. So B from C will be only this small angle. So we can check for this. So for this angle, this is also a little tricky. So what we will do, we will extend this line. So if we extend this line with the dotted line like this one, so this angle is same as this angle. So what we will do, we will take this complete angle and we will subtract 180 is this one. So 180 minus this angle. So complete angle is basically 255, which we found. So 255 from 255 we will be subtracting 180, which is not this 180, this 180 dotted line to this line. So I will redraw, this will be 180 which we will be subtracting. So minus 180 and minus we will be subtracting this angle which we just found, which is 67.8. So minus 67.8, and this will be equal to, if we calculate 255 minus 180 minus 67.8, and this will be equal to 7.2. So 7.2 degrees. Hopefully you got this, you understood this as well. Now Michelle takes 35 seconds to run from A to C. Calculate his average running speed in kilometers per hour. So A to C distance is how much? A to C is 115 meters. So A to C will be speed is equal to distance over time. So this will be equal to, distance is 115 meters and in 35 seconds. Now we need answer in kilometers per hour. So to convert meter into kilometers, we will divide this by 1000. Now this is not meter, this is kilometer. And seconds, to convert seconds into hours, we will multiply, in numerator we will write 60. Now this is minute, again 60, this will be hour. So now this is hours. So this will be the simplification which we will be doing. And if we simplify this, 115 into 60 and divided by 35 into 1000, and this will be giving us answer as 11.828, 11.828, and we can round it to 11.8. So this will be 11.8 will be kilometers per hour. Calculate the shortest distance from point B to C, point B to AC basically. So we'll have to refer again to the drawing. Point B to AC. So B is this one and AC is this one. So the shortest distance mean, for example, if we draw the line, this is say the shortest distance. So shortest distance mean this will be perpendicular. So this will be the 90-degree angle. Now we can consider basically this triangle, and in this triangle this is 72 degrees. So we can take this which is, for example, this point is M. So MB divided by AB. So we can write here in triangle ABM. So MB will be basically sine of 72 degrees is equal to MB over AB, and we can write the value of AB, which is 80 kilometers. AB is not kilometer, meters. So we will write here AB is equal to 80 meters. So this is equal to MB over AB, which is 80. Now we can find MB will be equal to 80 sine of 72 degrees, and 80 sine of 72 will be 80 sine of 72 degrees, and this is resulting to 76.08. So 76.08 will be our answer. So 76.1 we can round like this one. So question number 8. On the axis, sketch the graph of y is equal to sine x from 0 to 360 degrees. So we can replace values, for example, starting from 0. In this one, sine 0 will be 0, sine of 0 is equal to 0. So this will be the 1 point. Then sine 90, basically sine 90 is equal to 1. So sine 90 will be 1. So we can show here, like for example, we can take the straight edge and we can just sketching, it's rough sketching. So we can take this point as, like for example, over here, this will be 1. So sine 90 will be 1. Then sine 180, we can check for sine 180 will be equal to 0. So again, this will be at this location. Then sine 270, so we can check for 270, which is -1, and -1 will be over here. So roughly we can take over this location. So this will be -1. Then 360, so we know that 360 is equal to 0. So this will be basically the graph curving like this one. So we can draw the smoother curve, and to draw smoother curve we will be rotating page like this one. So we can draw a curve, like for example over here, and this is sketching, so not shape will be like this one, you will be curving, and this one will be double line we can avoid. So this will be, we can redraw this section like this one, and now we can join this side as well. So this should be again a smoother curve, and this should curve to this position, and this should be basically a smoother bend, not a V-shaped curve. So this should be a smoother curve. So we can make it more smoother if it should be basically a bend like this one. So we can bend it like this. So this will be, it's not a, I'm telling again, this is not a proper graph. Proper graph mean like not to scale. This is just a sketching. You will have to show the points, basically 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 points. Now this sketching is done. Describe fully the symmetry of the graph. This one, so if we check from here, you can rotate this at this location, and if you turn this, it will come again to this one. So we can say that rotational symmetry of order 2 and center of rotation will be 180 and 0. So we will say rotational symmetry of order 2, and center of rotation will be 180 and 0. 180 and 0. So this will be the center of rotation. Now we have to solve this equation for sine of this one. So 4 sine x minus 1 is equal to 2. So basically we can shift 1 to other side. So 4 sine x will be equal to 2 plus 1, which is equal to 3. So sine x is equal to 3 over 4. So sine x is equal to 3 over 4. We can check. Basically x will be equal to sine inverse of 3 over 4, and sine inverse of inverse sine of 3 over 4 will be equal to, this will be equal to 48.59. So one value will be 48.59. This will be our one value, and we can check for other value, and that will be basically 180 minus answer will be equal to 131. So we can write x is equal to 180 minus 48.59, which is equal to 131.41, 131.41, and we can give rounded answer 48.6 and 131.4. This will be our rounded answer for this. Now C part, write this equation in, so this is basically completing square. So we will be, easiest way is this one, x, and copy sign, and this will be 10 over 2, and this will be whole square, and minus 10 over 2, again see this one square, and this tail we can attach over here. And further we can write this one as 10 over 2 will be 5 square, and minus 5 square will be 25 plus 14. So this one we can write x plus 5 squared minus this will be 11. So this will be our answer, x plus 5 squared minus 11. Now on the axis, sketch the graph of y is equal to this one we have to sketch. So we can write this as this one. So the same thing we will be plotting and showing the graph. To sketch this graph, basically we can write equation y is equal to this one. This is one equation, and this is also equal to this. So we can write this x plus 5 squared minus 11. So minimum point is minus 5, and basically minus 11 will be our minimum point. So minus 5 and minus 11, minus 5 and minus 11 will be in this quadrant. And if we replace y is equal to 0, if we put y is equal to 0 in this one, y is equal basically x is equal to 0. If we put x is equal to 0, this will be 0, and this implies y is equal to 14. So for example, say this is the point which is x is equal to 0 and 14, coordinates are this one, and we are having this minimum point. This is minimum point. So minimum point will be, say we can check for the two x-intercepts. For x-intercepts we can factorize this equation, mod 5 3, and this will be coefficient of x square is 1, coefficient of x is 10, and 14 will be the constant value. If we replace this one, x1 is equal to minus 1.7. So x1 will be equal to minus 1.7, and the second value will be this one, which is minus 8 x2 will be equal to minus 8.3. So these will be the two values, and these two values we can indicate, like for example over here and over here we can show these 2 points. This is minus 1.7, minus 1.7, and this will be minus 8.3 on this side, and it's passing through these 2 points, and this is the minimum point, and minimum we can indicate, like for example over here, which is minus 5 and minus 11. So this will the coordinates of this. Now we can draw U-shaped curve. We know that this is This is basically parabola opening upward, U-shaped, and U-shape will be like this one. So this is basically rough sketching, so we'll have to just show the points of intersection, like for example over here. So this point we can move a little to this side so that our point will be properly plotted. So this point will be minus 1.7. so this is done. This is basically the curve which we have drawn like this one. So these points will be showing x values, this one, and this is the minimum point, and this is the y-intercept. Hopefully you understood this question. Now this is sector, question number 9. The diagram shows a sector of a circle with center O, radius is 8, and angle is 165. We have to find the perimeter. So this is 8, and this side will also be 8 centimeter. Just we have to find this length L. L will be equal to what? Length is equal to theta over 360 into 2 pi r, and this will be equal to 165 over 360 degrees into 2 pi into r will be 8, and we will be finding this. So we can find this one, 165 over 360 into 2 pi and multiply by 8, and this is resulting to 22 over 3 pi. So I'll keep as it is in pi format, and so perimeter P will be equal to 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus 22 pi over 3, and we can add this one. So this plus 8 will be 16, so we'll add 16 and we'll get 39.03 centimeters. So we can round this answer to 39 centimeters. The surface area of the shape is the same as the area of a sector. So calculate the radius of the sphere. The surface area of a sphere basically is sphere with the radius r is given by this one. A is equal to 4 pi r squared. So we can find area of the sector. So area of the sector is equal to theta over 360 into pi r squared, and this one will be theta is 165 over basically 360 into pi, and r square, r is 8, so 8 squared, and this will be equal to we can find this 165 over 360 into pi, this one, and into 8 squared, and this will be equal to 88 over 3 pi. So I'll keep pi format, 88 over 3 pi. This is basically the area of this one, and area of this is same as this one, so we have to find the radius. So we can write 88 over 3 pi is equal to 4 pi r squared. So pi will be cancelled from both sides, so r square is equal to 88 over 3 into 4, and which is equal to, so we can divide this 88 by 12, and this will be equal to 22 over 3, 22 over 3. So r will be equal to root of this one, root of 22 over 3 will be taking plus value only because this is radius, so root of answer will be equal to 2.708, and we can round it to 2.71 basically. Now C part, this is drawing which is not to scale. Cone is provided. A cone is made from sector by joining OA and OB. Calculate the radius r of the cone. So radius we have to calculate for this cone. So if we roll this cone, this L will be this one, L will be this, L will be the this one this one base of this basically, and R value we can calculate from there. For this one basically we can utilize the equation which we have done. So this is basically the length of this one is 165, basically 165 over 360 into 2 pi r. R is 8 in this case. For this sector, this will be basically the perimeter, this length will be equal to 2 pi r of this one and 2 pi r. This r is basically r of this one. So we don't have this value, we will be finding this value, and this r is basically this r, which is we have taken as 8. And now we can solve this equation to find the value of r. Pi we can cancel from both sides, even 2 we can cancel from both sides, and r will be equal to 165 divided by 360 and multiply by 8 will be equal to this much, which is 3.66. So r will be equal to 165 over 360 into 8, which is equal to 3.66 or 3.6 basically 7. So we can round to 3.67. So rounded as 3.67. This will be our final answer. Now calculate the volume of the cone. The volume V of the cone is radius and height is this one. So V is equal to this one. So radius and height. Radius we have calculated this one 3.67, and height we will be checking, and we will be calculating that slanting height. This will be basically the perpendicular height. We have the slanting height, so from there we will be calculating the perpendicular height. Now we have this r, which is 3.67, and we have this slanting height, which is 8. So we can use to find h. H will be equal to basically 8 square minus 3.67 by Pythagoras theorem, square under root, and this will be equal to, we can use this one, root of 8 square minus 3.67 squared, and this will be equal to 7.1. So 7.1 is basically this perpendicular height, and this value we will be replacing over here. So V is equal to, I'll move the page above so that you can see properly. So V will be equal to, this is the formula, V is equal to 1 by 3 into pi and r square, and value of r is 3.67 squared into h, which is 7.1, and this value we can calculate 1 over 3 and multiply by pi, and then multiply by 3.67 squared, and then multiply by 7.1, and this will be resulting to 100.14. So 100.14, and we can round it to 100. So answer will be 100 centimeter cube. Question number 10. A rhombus ABCD has a diagonal AC where A is this point and C is this point. Calculate AC. We have to calculate AC. For AC, basically we can apply formula. AC will be equal to difference of x values square. So x value is 4 and minus 3, so 4 and minus 3 this whole square plus difference of y value square. So y values are minus 4 and minus 10 whole square, and this will be root, and this one we can calculate as root of 4 minus into minus 3, and this will be squared, plus this one will be minus 4 minus 10, and this will also be squared, and this will be equal to 15.65. So our answer will be 15.7. So we can round this 15.7. Show that the equation of the line AC is this one. So we'll have to show this. Basically we will find the gradient, and gradient we can write it as m is equal to y2 minus y1. So minus 4 minus 10 over x2 minus x1. So 4 minus minus 3, and this will be equal to, we can find the gradient. So this will be minus 4 minus 10 over 4 minus minus 3, and this will be equal to minus 2. So gradient is minus 2, and we can take any of these points and we can use the gradient. So y minus, I'm using the first point, y minus y1 is equal to m, which is minus 2, into x minus x1, which is minus 3. And now we can open this equation. Y minus 10 is equal to minus 2x, and this will be plus 3. So multiply with this will be minus 6, and we can shift this to the side. So y is equal to minus 2x and minus 6 plus 10. So final equation will be y is equal to minus 2x and plus 4, which is basically the required equation. Find the equation of the line BD. So BD also we have to find the equation for that. Equation will be basically perpendicular to this line, and perpendicular of that gradient will be reciprocal and change sign. This is basically m perpendicular will be equal to reciprocal of this, which is 1 by 2, and instead of minus 2 will be taking a minus will be taking plus. So this will be the gradient, and we can find the midpoint basically, because that will be passing through the midpoint also. So midpoint of A and C we can find. So minus 3 and 10, these are the points, 4 and minus 4. So midpoint M we can find this plus this, minus 3 plus 4 divided by 2, and 10 minus 4, and this will be divided by 2. So M will be 1 by 2, and this will be 6 by 2 will be 3. So 1 by 2 and 3 will be the point, and we can use this point. So y minus 3, y minus y1 is equal to gradient, which is 1 by 2 into x minus x1, which is 1 by 2. So this is how we can find the equation. I'll move the page a little above over here. So now we can multiply this, and y minus 3 will be equal to 1 by 2 x, and minus 1 by 2 into 1 by 2 will be 0.5 into 0.5 will be equal to 1 by 4. So we can write here 1 by 4. So now we can shift minus 3 also to the side. This y is equal to 1 by 2x minus 1 by 4 plus 3. So 1 by 4 we can write minus 1 over 4 and plus 3, and this will be resulting to 11 over 4. So our final equation will be y is equal to 1 by 2x plus 11 over 4, and this one we will provide over here is equal to 1 by 2x plus 11 over 4. This is done. Now this is the curve has the equation y is equal to x cube plus 8x square plus 5x. Work out the coordinates of the two turning points. So turning points, we know we are putting derivative, so dy by dx, and this is equal to putting derivative equal to 0. So first we'll take derivative, that is 3x squared plus 16x plus 5, and we'll put equal to 0. And now we can solve this quadratic equation mode 5 3, and coefficient of x square is 3, coefficient of x is 16, and constant value is 5. So value will be minus 1 by 3 and minus 5. So we'll change sign, and this will be 3x plus 1 and x plus 5. This will be the factorization of this one. So we can write 3x plus 1 and x plus 5 is equal to 0. Because this is 6 marks question, so we can write another step over here. 3x into this one, x plus 5 and plus 1, basically. There is this, so plus 1 into x plus 5 is equal to 0. That's all. Now there will be no deduction of marks. So 3x plus 1 is equal to 0, or x plus 5 is equal to 0. So x is equal to minus 1 by 3 and x is equal to minus 5. So we got the same values, and now we will be replacing these values in this equation to get the points. So we can replace this value. We will type this equation, basically that one is easier. We can type here alpha x cube, so this will be raised by 3, and plus 8 into x, so alpha x, this one squared, and plus 5 into x. Now we'll calculate for x is equal to minus 1 over 3, and this will be giving us value minus 22 over 27. So y is equal to minus 22 over 27. And similarly for this also, we will again press calculate for x is equal to minus 5, and it will calculate for us, which is equal to 50. So our point will be this, minus 1 by 3 and minus 22 over 27, and the second point will be minus 5 and 50. This is 6 mark question, and it's very easy, and by the use of calculator I have explained you can do it in maybe within 2-3 minutes. So determine whether each of the turning points is maximum or minimum. So for maximum and minimum, we can take the second order derivative. First order derivative is written over here, so we can find d2y over dx square. So d2y over dx square will be second order derivative, and we can multiply this one, will be 6x plus 16, and 6x plus 16 will be the second order derivative. Now after finding the second order derivative, what we have to do, we have to check these 2 points, whether this point is maximum or this point is maximum or minimum. So for that one, what we will do, again we will use calculator. So 6 alpha x plus 16, and we will use this value of x over here, and we will solve it. Calculate for x is equal to minus 1 over 3, and it will give us positive value. If this is positive value, it means this is basically minimum. So if positive value, it is minimum. So we can say that minus 1 over 3 and minus 2 over 27 is minimum, because positive value, because this is giving d2y over dx greater than 0, or we can write giving positive value. So this is minimum, and we can check the other one for minus 5. So calculate for minus 5, and this will give us negative value. So this is maximum. So we'll write this point minus 5. I'll move a little over here. Minus 5 and 50 is basically maximum, because giving negative value. So that's all. We are done with the paper. Hopefully you understood each and everything of this past paper, and don't forget to subscribe Maths TV and press bell icon if you like the video, and introduce this channel to your respected teachers, recommend this channel to your friends and class fellows, and thank you very much for watching this video. Take care. Bye.